It's like, look, come on. Anderson needs these 2 games if he's going to get into the playoffs at all, okay? If he's going to get in at all, he has to get some games in, right? Forget starter or not starter. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that, come playoff time. For now, for these next 2 games, you need to know if you even have a backup in Freddie Anderson, right? You need to know if you even have a backup in this guy, okay? So what? He got beat, I think, both games in the AHL? I don't know what it was. I don't know if he lost both or whatever like that, but he was letting in a lot more goals than people were hoping for. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? They were expecting that to happen. Okay, they're trying to get him up to speed. Okay, so he needs to go through this. Okay, so let him get it out. So was that second goal his fault, for example? Yeah, it was. The only reason that goal happened, I know he was on it and sliding, but if you notice, he had it under control until he looked behind him, which is a sign of insecurity amongst goalies. Watch him. Not just him, all goalies. Reimer used to do this a lot when he'd get the pressure on him and stuff like that. When a goalie is doubting himself and he's going through a bad run, few Leafs goalies have done this in the past, right? That shot goes in, they don't know where it is, first thing they do is look behind them, right? Because that's them going, uh-oh, where did it go? Right? Whereas most goalies, even if they did miss it, it's almost like they're sure they have it though. They're still confident in themselves. You know what I mean? Or they sense that it went through. They confidently turn around like, I know it's there, I gotta get it. When you see a goalie looking around because he's not sure where a shot went, that's a lack of confidence, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. Nobody's judging Freddie for it, okay? Would you have all the confidence in the world coming back into a pressured situation like this? Because he was the only one on either team that had any pressure on him tonight. Ottawa Senators can lose this game 9-1. Nobody cares, right? Vice versa. Toronto could lose this game 9-1. And you know what? Some people will care. And we'll get to that as well, too. But for the most part, even the Leafs wouldn't care about a 9-1 loss tonight. Who cares? Who cares? Playoffs, right? I keep saying it, right? So there's no reason to stress over it. There's no reason to freak out over it. Freddie was the only one that had any pressure on him tonight. So of course he's going to have a little bit of lack of confidence there, right? So we looked back, spun around, got loose. Now all of a sudden Matthews just trying to cover. And I think Matthews actually did a pretty decent job. To his credit, he got down nice and low, nice and quick. He just wasn't tight enough to the post. That's a weird bounce too, right? I mean, that's a difficult shot to make when the net is empty. In the speed that they had to make that shot. So you know what I mean? It wasn't a high chance opportunity anyways. Some bad bounces, and yeah, Freddie's lack of confidence there. But he'll get it back, man. Or at least he will. If he doesn't, this is his time to do that, right? Even if he doesn't get it back, this is his time for us to figure that out. When these games literally don't matter. They literally don't matter to us, guys. There's nothing that's going to change in the standings. Home ice advantage, nothing, right? This is it. So these are like practices to us. For the kids out there that play like rep hockey, this would be like, your playoffs, you've made the playoffs, now you're just looking to book maybe one extra tournament to get a fine tuning in. You might even bomb that tournament. Who cares? Maybe you get in with teams that you know are a little bit better than you, just so that you can get beat by them. Do it. That way, if you're going up against way better opponents than you, and then you dip back, and then play the people your talent, your speed, right? It's like taking a weight off your limb. It's like when you've been jogging and you get the weights on. You take the weights off. Now you're flying out there. So it's really no big deal if the Leafs, go down 9-1 or something like that to the Senators. It doesn't matter. Get themselves into bad situations. Make a stupid pass the way Marner did, okay? Make a stupid pass the way Marner did. Yeah, it was stupid. Totally stupid. You don't pass in the direction that has a man between you, even if it is the safe play to go backwards instead of forwards. Not in this case, right? I forget who it was for the Senators, but he cheated. He covered the offensive side of Marner. You know what I mean? Like, he went past him. All Marner had to do was curl left, and he had open ice. But he tried to make a little play off the boards, be cute with it, so he screwed it up. Good. Now he knows. Now he knows that he can make that pass or he can't make that pass. Right? So that's all I'm saying, guys. Before we all freak out, all right, I highly recommend anyone who's freaking out right now, please just go watch one of my YouTube videos, okay? I'll tell you all about it, right? It's the latest one right now, but it probably won't be by the time some of you check this out. But that's it, man, all right? Was there some beauty goals from the Leafs? Yeah, man. There's some good opportunities for the Leafs. I mean, they made a couple stupid plays. It's okay, they're trying stuff. 41 for Matthews, exactly. I mean, what are we stressing about? They're not stressed. If the team themselves is not stressed, why are we stressed? Why are you guys stressed, right? And I'm not talking about you necessarily here, people. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about out there in the ether amongst Leafs Nation, okay? Why, if you're stressed, why are you stressed? Come on, man. Come on. All right, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they lose game 1 of the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose game 1 of the playoffs. Just because that'll be exactly what the naysayers always want, right? They want that moment to be like, but look, the Leafs have been dealing with that all season, still number 1. For once, they finally don't care if you all think that they're supposed to win or not. They don't care. They're going to play the way that they're going to play, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But they are unaffected by the media. They are unaffected by the fans right now. They are in their own world, and they are just bonding and coming together. And I'm super pumped for this, man, because it's a playoff series against Montreal, and I've never been alive to see this, okay? So straight up, shrug this crap off. That's right. Go Leafs go, all right? Coming up against Montreal, one final game on Friday against Winnipeg, and we're going to chill. Hopefully, if the technology works, it'll be my fault. Hey, Spencer G, what's up, homie? But yeah, man, okay, the one on Friday, okay, I'm telling you, we're going to check it out with Nolan Hockey Podcast, okay, if I could set that up technology-wise, okay? But if I can't, don't hold that against me, all right? So that's pretty much all I got to say about it. Let's not stress. Let's move on. Let's have a good time, okay? And now, of course, I want to see what you guys have to say. Unless, of course, you just want to ask me some questions again. Whatever you guys want, okay? The point is, you're here live. People on YouTube are watching this after the fact, but they need to be here as well, right? Leave comments below and do all that stuff too, everybody, all right? Get involved in chats and everything. Come join us on Instagram, whatever you want, okay? But now, the people in the chat get my full attention. All right,